Hello everybody and welcome to yet another video catching up with our favorite problematic queen, LifePlusCindy. At the beginning, I would like to quickly thank you for over 1000 subscribers. It's honestly crazy to have that many people interested in seeing videos from me. I started this channel out of frustration at the infamous Mexican restaurant vlog, and because I felt that besides small Reddit sub, no one cared to hold Cindy accountable or really wanted to see her real colors. Even though I never wanted this to be about getting subs or fame, and it still isn't, I truly appreciate when people say that they like my videos and look forward to them. So thank you for your support. It is truly
never expected, always appreciated.
Now to the point of the video. I haven't kept up with Cindy recently because of how busy my pathetic, sad little life has been, but we definitely do need an update on some things, so here we go.
Wigs. Wigs. Wigs.
Firstly, we've got the wig situation. Yep, you heard that right. Our confident, self-loving queen is back to wigs and seemingly turned 180 degrees on accepting and loving herself. You know, the woman from this video who gave so many people courage, made them feel better about themselves, and was praised for being brave and genuine.
I'm so tired of hiding who I really am, wearing costumes, and I just want to be free. So this is my way of getting my freedom back, is I'm going to explain why I wear wigs, and then I'm going to show you what I look like without my wig, and then I'm going to throw my wig away forever. So that was the first time that I wore a wig. I got a wig after that because I was so ashamed of that. I was embarrassed about the way that my hair looked because, you know, as a woman, you're told that your hair is your crown and glory. You know, you're not going to be pretty, you're not going to be feminine, no one is going to be attracted to you. I just wanted something to like cover up my shame. Now I'm ready to give up my wig. Part of that experience was me realizing that I don't need this. I don't have to do this anymore. I don't have to pretend that I'm someone I'm not. I don't have to be ashamed of myself, of my body, and that I need to be kind to myself and love myself. I am not going to wear my wigs anymore. I'm getting rid of them. I'm going to donate them, and I am just going to be free, whatever that means. However I look, I'm going to accept it, and you know, if other people don't accept it, that's their problem, not mine. I'm also not going to be wearing makeup on my videos or streams anymore. I am just going to be 100% real, 100% authentic, and this is what I look like. So here is what I look like, but I just want to grow it out, and however it looks, that's just what I look like. I can't change that. I can't present anything else to the world anymore. It's just become too much of a burden on me to wear these wigs and makeup and pretend like I'm someone I'm not. I can't do it anymore. I just feel so much happier and so much freer. When we got back from vacation, like, I started to go to the store without my wig, and I realized people were not staring at me. People didn't give a shit what I looked like. Nobody cared. I was the only one who cared. So I just started, like, going out without my wig. I started going out without makeup, and it just felt so liberating. I just feel free. I don't have to pretend anymore, and I'm not going to. I hope that if you are going through something like this in your life, that you can be inspired as well, that you don't have to pretend to be someone you're not. Just love yourself. However you are right now, love yourself, take care of yourself, and do what's best for you. That's what I'm doing, and it's made a huge difference in my happiness and my mental health.
This video was, in my opinion, one of the biggest building blocks of Cindy's career. Seeing someone this vulnerable, fed up with hiding, with conforming to beauty standards, was refreshing to many people, and I am sure a large portion of our audience came from that very video. Well, now we're here.
I also have androgenic alopecia, which is why my hair is so thin and I have struggled with hair loss for the past decade. There was a time in my life when I was shaving my head and wearing wigs exclusively. I got tired of doing that, so I decided to try and grow my hair out naturally, like my natural real hair, which is what this is. My natural real hair, I did manage to grow quite a bit, and it does look very pretty and healthy right now. However, it's still very, very thin on the top, and it's getting to the point where it's difficult for me to hide my thinning. I mean, I really can't. I delude myself into thinking I can, but I really can't. And it's getting to a point where it's causing me to be very self-conscious about myself when I go out in public, especially when I know the sun is shining on me or like bright lights, because I know everybody can see my scalp. Something that's really scary for me. It makes me very self-conscious. It's very embarrassing. When you're a woman, you know, and a little girl growing up, you're always taught that your hair is, you know, your beauty. It adds so much to your appearance. And when you're losing your hair, it's quite devastating. And even though I'm really happy with the progress I've made with my hair, I especially love how it somehow turned wavy, and my hair used to be straight, but when I grew it out this time, it's somehow wavy, and I love that. It's still not enough to make me really feel confident in myself. And I'm going to show you the top of my head with nothing on it, with no products or anything, so you can see what I mean, even though that's incredibly embarrassing for me to do, and I'm sure people will use it to make fun of me. But I really want to share this part of my life because I know I have many viewers and so many women out there struggle with this, and it's not easy. And not very many women are willing to talk about it publicly, much less on YouTube, because it's just an embarrassing thing to have to deal with. But in the meantime, it's bothering me so much. I really want to do something now. I am not going to wear my wigs anymore. I'm getting rid of them. I'm going to donate them, and I am just going to be free, whatever that means. However I look, I'm going to accept it, and you know, if other people don't accept it, that's their problem, not mine.
Look, my point here really isn't to act like nobody is allowed to change their opinions on things ever. You are allowed to change your opinions. But it is really strange to be known for this body positivity self-love thing, for taking a right step in your self-confidence and growth, and then backtrack. It's like an animal rights activist who built their entire brand on this, suddenly coming out and saying they're going to become a butcher, or a gay influencer coming out to say they were straight the whole time. The difference between these two videos is just jarring, especially since Cindy should have grown more confident in these years that separates them. Not go backtrack on her word and her morals. She went from inspiring and praising self-love to calling a little bit of hair loss unbearable enough to have to wear wigs again.
And it's just making me feel terrible, and it's hurting my self-confidence, which my confidence had started to grow so much because I lost the weight. I'm in recovery from my BPD, and I'm just feeling more independent and better about myself in all ways, even appearance-wise, except for my hair. There's also a time in my life when I thought I am never going to wear my bio hair out ever again. Like, I will always wear a wig from now on. I don't know, I did a bunch of mushrooms one time or something and decided I didn't need to wear wigs anymore, and now I want them back desperately. I wish I had all my wigs back.
It is really strange to me to just skip over this massive, almost ideological shift just like that. She took mushrooms, didn't want wigs, now she does. But it was more than that. It was allegedly about confidence and being free in herself. It was a big realization. Now suddenly confidence is wearing wigs, and instead of supporting women for literally being just who they are and not being ashamed, we're deluding ourselves into thinking confidence is wearing wigs. This one quote from her old video got me thinking though.
The way that I found out that my hair was thinning is I went to a hairdresser and I wanted to get bangs because I hadn't had bangs since I was a little girl. And I asked her, will you give me bangs, give me a hairstyle with bangs. And she said, oh yeah, I'll give you bangs, and that will cover up some of that thinness. And I was like, what thinness? What are you talking about? I don't have thin hair. So then I went home and freaked out, and I looked in the mirror and I just kept checking my hair, and it was actually thinning, but I didn't notice it myself. It took somebody else like pointing it out to me.
And I wonder if some of you might have a similar idea. So, anyone else feel like maybe Limbz mentioned something about her hair? I also find it strange how Cindy seems more bothered about getting his permission to wear wigs, basically, than anything else.
So there's also another side to this. I've been dating Limbz for a little bit over 5 months now, and I have talked to him about my hair and that I used to wear wigs and all that. Like, he knows that, obviously, because he's seen, like, the pictures of me in wigs and stuff. I feel, like, really almost embarrassed to have to talk to him about this and be like, look, my hair's getting really bad. I'm going to go back to wearing wigs. Are you okay with that? Like, I know he will be, but I don't know, just somehow in my mind I almost feel like, what if he doesn't like it? What if he thinks it's weird? What if he thinks it's ugly or gross? And I am not to the point where I'm ready to shave my head again yet. I may get there, I don't know, but right now I just want to try wearing wigs again just to give me back my confidence. And then you also have to deal with the fact that you're going to have this beautiful hair on, and when you come home at night and you're with somebody and you take it off and you're like, oh, here I am with no hair. How do you feel about that? So I'm kind of in a weird situation.
He already met and fell in love with you with your quote-unquote thin hair. Why would he be upset you wear wigs? I know the consensus between Cindy's fans is that the people who engage with discourse around Cindy or are on the snark sub are always criticizing or bullying her, but I have never really seen anyone judge her lack of hair or comment on it. Because like Cindy said in her original video, no one cares. We all see so many different people around us every day. Some crazy perfect LA influencer bubbles aside, no normal people usually judge those around them this much. And if I saw someone with Cindy's hair walking by, I quite literally would not even give her a second look when it comes to her hair. It's so frustrating to see that Cindy 2 years ago got it. She really did. But now she's back to this pathetic way of thinking and self-deprecating, which is in turn kind of deprecating her audience members who might have similar issues.
I did want to show you how, I guess, profuse my thinning has become. So let me show you the top of my scalp. This is incredibly embarrassing and makes me very self-conscious, but I'm doing it so that hopefully I can help other people. Like, if you are dealing with this, for number one, so that you don't feel alone. Number two, so that you see it's not something that we should be embarrassed about. It's not our fault. And number three, it's okay to wear wigs or toppers or any kind of alternative hair to make you feel more confident. This is what it looks like with no products or anything, okay? You can see how bad it's become. You can obviously see, I mean, it's to the point where I just don't even want to go out of the house like this anymore. It's so bad, and it just makes me feel really bad about my appearance, so there you have it. My biggest insecurity, my biggest flaw, the thing that I like the least about myself is this, as far as appearance goes. Second would be the loose skin all over my body, but, at least I can hide that in the light of day.
It isn't though. It isn't if you yourself chose not to be embarrassed about it, which you did. And now instead, we backpedal and act like we are some sort of wonderful inspiration for literally conforming to the same judgmental, boring standards you broke away from just 2 years ago. I don't know, man, this whole Wigs again era is just making my arse roll back in my head.
And see if I can figure out a part somehow that looks decent. I'll be back in a minute. Look at it from the side right here. I feel like that looks really nice. I feel like right now it doesn't look terrible. So you guys let me know what you think. Let me show you the back. Here's what the back looks like. I love how it looks. And here's how it looks if I shake it around. Give a little shake.
No ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am.
Okay, so if you've been watching my videos, you know I've never actually made fun of how Cindy looks. I'm not one to judge her weight. I only ever judge her health, or lack thereof, and her inability to admit that she has ADD. I think she looked fine when she was heavier. I think she looks fine now. I think her hair actually looks the best it ever did. But man, come on. What is this? There is no saving this. This wig is horrid, and we will see Cindy try to take some copium for a while, acting like it looks good when it quite literally looks like the most fake, unflattering thing ever. And I cannot fathom how this can give her more confidence than her very slightly thinning, beautiful natural hair.
I got this on sale and with a coupon, because wigs are not cheap. Good wigs are not cheap. These are what are considered glueless wigs, and these are made for people with cancer, people with PCOS, people who lose their hair for whatever reason. You basically, they're just put them on and go. This is a John Renault Smart Lace Light synthetic wig, and it has a lace front, so it looks very natural when it's on. It gives you like a little natural hairline. And the reason why I went with the light is because it's supposed to have a lower hair density than a regular wig. So sometimes wigs can look very bulky and wiggy on me because I have a very small head and a very small face. So I was really excited when I found out that John Renault came out with this light line.
Obviously, when Cindy kept making it out to be this expensive, luxurious wig, someone on the snarks app found it. And when I tell you, my jaw dropped when I found out she paid $500 for this. Obviously, she had discount, coupon, so this might have been less. I don't know how much less. But why would Cindy buy an expensive synthetic wig when she could get pretty good real human hair one for similar price is beyond me. Or why she didn't go into any wig store, which I am sure there are some around.
I usually feel like I'm not adequately equipped to do this. I wish there was like a wig salon around here I could go to and get them to style it. Thin it down a little bit and like style it around my face. That would be great.
Just quick Google search. We'll find several. It's just so funny that driving 15 hours to another state on no sleep is fine, but driving to maybe a nearby city or something to get a nice wig fitted is clearly too much to ask. Cindy logic. At the end of the day, she can do whatever she wants with her hair, and we can speculate whether it was Limbz saying something that made her suddenly change her mind or not. At the core, I think it once again goes back to Cindy's black and white thinking, something she never seems to want to improve or focus on, even though she's still working on her BPD and recovering, because time and time again, she's giving us these big loaded statements only to come up months or years later and vehemently claim the exact opposite.
Then I'm just gonna wear beautiful wigs.
Where is it though? Where is it? The beautiful wig? Okay, I'll stop being mean quickly before one of Cindy's stands accuses me of body shaming or something. God.
When you get a new wig, sometimes it takes a little while to like figure out how to wear it, especially for me, somebody who's not very good with hair and that kind of thing at all. But this is how it looks. Let me show you the other side. So this whole video I've been wearing this wig completely wrong and looking, I was like, my forehead looks like a square. And that should not be, right? So I was like, I must be doing something wrong. So I just pulled it back, took off the wig cap completely, and look how natural the part looks. Okay, so now make your comments on how the wig looks when I'm actually wearing it properly.
The wig was still bad, still very much wiggy, unnatural, and horrendous. So obviously, even though Cindy asked for people's opinions, she did not like the ones she got.
Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
I am not going to wear my wigs anymore. I'm getting rid of them. I made a whole video about why I stopped wearing wigs on my Sims channel, but basically they're uncomfortable, and I just want to be myself, whatever that is. I just find them uncomfortable and bulky, and I don't like them, and I would rather just sport my own natural thin hair rather than wear wigs. And I saw how pretty I looked, and I thought, oh my god, I am never ever going to stop wearing wigs again. And then I'm going to throw my wig away forever.
Speaking of outside pressure and swiftly changing opinions.
Guess who's back? It's me! That's right, this is Cindy of PleasantSims, and I am returning to my Sims channel and the Sims community.
After a year of hiatus and constant reassuring that Cindy will never be returning to Sims channel.
No, I don't play the Sims at all. I don't play any games right now. No, I don't play the Sims anymore. I am not answering any Sims related questions. I don't think I'll go back to The Sims anytime soon. I swear, people ask me that like 50 times a day. I'm just like not in the game anymore. Aw, thank you for saying I'll always be the Sims queen. I won't though. I'm no longer the Sims queen. I have given it my crown because I can't do it anymore. No, I have no plans to go back to my Sims channel at this time. I have been gone from this community and this channel for over a year now. I think it's been close to a year and a half. I've had a lot of upheaval in my personal life. You might notice that I look very different. That's because I've lost 100 pounds. I also separated from my husband, moved to another state, got a new boyfriend. So many things have happened. I just didn't feel the desire or the drive to play The Sims. I was kind of burnt out on the game. It's only been over the past couple weeks that I felt like I've been in a much better place and I've really been feeling that pull to play again.
The queen has returned. You know, just gotta say how I love the nonchalantness of this little recap. I guess if she spoke about what really happened, it wouldn't really have the same ring, huh? Hey guys, guess who's back? Yeah, I don't really care about The Sims anymore, but my new boyfriend keeps pressuring me into it to get more money since my vlogging channel is failing. Oh, I look skinny, right? All my clothes are huge on me now. Because I ate nothing but 2 McDonald's patties a day for a few months, but it was really hard work and I'm really so happy and healthy now, y'all. My vlogging channel, yeah, some stuff happened. It came out that I horribly abused my ex-husband for 15 years. It was really rough, but I said it was embarrassing and I have BPD workbooks, which means I'm almost cured. Yeah, I might be a monster, but you care about the Sims videos, right? Remember? You love me in those. I'm still the same cute little relatable girly I was before. Yeah, I don't think that would work. Cindy published her first video on November 8th, 2023 and promptly completely abandoned her LifePlusCindy channel, leading to uproar from her fans. You know, people upset that suddenly they are not getting the content they've been paying for, like videos and live streams, while her Sims channel gets video after video. I'm not going to sit here and act like there aren't people for whom managing 2 channels isn't hard. Making content can be time consuming. Once again, mine and many people's problem with Cindy in this situation isn't that. It is the way she completely ghosts and abandons the people who pay her bills and send her gifts without a single notice. Making a YouTube community post takes a few seconds. Cindy isn't a busy mother of 5 with 2 jobs. She sits at home all day playing games, filming herself, and maybe drives to McDonald's for burger patties. With a constant assurance that YouTube is her job, which it is, you sure as hell would not just bail on your job without notifying your employer, i.e. the audience. It really is just about basic human decency at this point. Like many times before, Cindy just moved from one obsession to another and completely walled off the people worrying about her or wanting answers. This is just another proof that Cindy isn't working on herself or growing in any real way. Not a thing about her respecting audience changed since 2 years ago, when she was doing the exact same thing. I'm not going into her Sims videos or streams because I frankly don't give enough of a shit. The ones I saw just felt like someone making themselves act interested about something they aren't really. But who am I to know if Cindy really did suddenly change her mind and decide to play Sims again out of her own volition?
Are you going back to your Sims channel? No.
I encourage her to, because she has some PTSD, obviously, from previous issues that played The Sims, and like I tell her, The Sims aren't at fault, but, you know, I understand it. It's hard to come over that. So instead of committing to playing or doing something, just open it up, boot it up, maybe install some mods, click around, look at your old communities. Just remember the stuff that you used to build. Like, do a flashback.
Speaking of creepy little voices whispering into one's ear, let's turn our attention on the other infamous character in this telenovela, Limbz. Limbz has been no less active on Reddit than when I made my last video. As you might remember, he was banned from the Snark sub for breaking its rules, but continued thirsting for attention on the regular sub. Even there, he keeps annoying everyone with his presence and embarrassing himself. One would imagine a 40-year-old man would get tired of childish trolling on the sub's focus on gossiping about his girlfriend, but no. He seems pretty comfortable and shows no signs of stopping. Besides the regular obsessive comments about the Snarkers in which he claims they are so obsessed with him and Cindy and he is so above them all, things took a bit of a turn. Here we have Limbz admitting that he considered hiring PI to dox the members of the Snark sub, courtesy of mod of the Snark sub. The other screenshots are also compiled by the wonderful members of the sub, and I thank them for their work. As you can see, his message says, I didn't want to write it out, but I have considered hiring a digital detective to collect personal details on Snarkers for sick IRL burns. I'm not motivated enough to do it myself, but considering hiring someone to do it, plus just being relentlessly trollish as I've been. The Snarkers are commenting less in LPC for sure. They squirm being unsure if they should burn me by engaging in LPC or not commenting in the LPC sub. I don't hate the Snarkers, but I do like to irritate them.
But
Wow, this man really has some ego, and he really is cringe as fuck. So yeah, we can see that this man is a tad unhinged. Definitely a happy, balanced, intelligent grown man, ladies and gents. One who constantly continues to engage with trolls on the subs. His posts become more and more arrogant and genuinely delusional as the time goes on, but threatening to hire PI to dox the members of the Snark sub is a new low, even for this degenerate. Of course, no one seemed to take this washed out man-child too seriously, and being on his hit list has quickly become a bit of a meme, but consider what would happen if any of Cindy's critics threatened to dox her Limbz, even if it was just by finding public information, which there is loads, but if we published it, it would be bad, it would be doxing, we would be psychos. Then again, most of us at least are not dumb enough to have accounts with our full government names and faces, unlike someone. Either way, we have more and more proof that Limbz and Cindy truly belong together. They are a match made in Arkansas swamp, and I wish them the best. Them being together at least keeps them from ruining other people. Before I start with the Vlogmas, we have to quickly have a look at some charming, wonderful clips from Cindy making no-bake pies in her livestream. Shall we?
Oh my god, I have to try it. A little bit. Oh man, I should not be eating that. It's sweet. I should not be eating that. It's Thanksgiving. I'm giving myself a pass. Okay. We're going to put that in there. Sorry, I'm gonna cough. I have a little bit of bronchitis. That's the little dog. He has what does he have?
Bronchitis.
He has bronchitis.
Oh, no.
Yep. That's right. Cindy has bronchitis. Even the freaking dog has bronchitis. This is why we don't eat in other people's houses, y'all. It being fucking disgusting and unhygienic aside, while bronchitis might not always be contagious, it can be, and considering the bloody dog has it as well, it most likely is. Oh yeah, and these pies are to be served to Cindy's whole ass family on Thanksgiving, by the way. But we could never expect any form of care for others from Cindy. Remember when she was walking around shopping while suspecting she had COVID? Without a mask? Yeah.
You hear a dog coughing? Oh yeah, that's
Oop, I missed. I totally missed.
Oh, that went on the floor!
Lord, I'm sorry.
I don't know what the fuck that was, but if my partner did that and just walked away, I would not just laugh it off. But hey, this is the 3 degrees having millionaire intelligent Limbzy people. What a steal, I am so jealous. Next, let's catch up with the Vlogmas. Since I won't be home for holidays, I will only cover it up to the so-called babygate. Oh yeah, you just wait for it. I think I'm going to react to the more noteworthy section in a sort of stream of consciousness fashion, so here you go.
I bought a beanie so I could wear it in the morning when I take the dogs out, and also kind of to cover up my scalp whenever I'm up in the morning and haven't put my hair on yet.
I really can't not point out how frustrating this whole sudden shift to oh my god, don't look my disgusting scalp, I must hide thing is. It's just fucking ridiculous.
But for the most part, I think most of my diet is pretty much beef and butter. Beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. That's the bulk of my diet. And that's how I was able to lose 100 pounds.
No, you did not. I really wish you would stop perpetuating this fairy tale, Cindy. You lose all your weight because you've starved yourself for months, went into deep depression and had large period of time when you ate nothing but beef patty a day, together with copious amounts of alcohol. So please, stop fucking acting like you lost weight by some adherence to diet and strong will.
I also have insulin-resistant PCOS, so this diet works very well for me. I'm not advocating for it for anyone else. Please always talk to your doctor before you make any dietary changes, and don't just listen to somebody on YouTube.
You mean like you did? It's do as I say, not as I do for Cindy folks. She did not consult her doctor. Hell, she never even goes for blood tests to check what her diet is doing to her. She only goes to the doctors when she needs antibiotics for her UTIs. Cindy also admitted in her video, where she first spoke about going carnivore, that she basically just followed a lot of YouTube videos and internet doctors. So yeah.
I wanted to show you guys this new product that I've been using. It's Gold Bond Age Renew Neck and Chest Firming Cream, okay? This shit is amazing, and it's not that expensive. It's only like $12 for this tube. And the reason why I'm using this is because since I lost so much weight, I started to get some loose skin around my neck that really bothers me. I'm considering getting plastic surgery, getting like a neck lift to kind of take care of that, because I don't really think there's any other solution for it when it's due to weight loss. So sometimes I see it in the mirror and I feel like it ages me, and I really don't like it. I'm uncomfortable with it. So I bought this cream. I've been using it for about 3 or 4 days now, and it's already helped like tremendously with like firming up this area right here. I didn't really think it would work, but I have to tell you, it really did. After just like 2 days, I can see a difference.
More self-deprecating and natural body-hating content. We love to see it. And more delusion. Wow. Look, I'm not claiming none of these creams work at all. They definitely help, but Cindy acting like it helped visibly after 2 days of using is some peak delusion right there.
Wow. It's weird to see myself with this much hair once again. I always feel weird when I put a new wig on because of the density of it. I love the shape of this and how like bouncy and light it feels. And I love the color too. I love this dark brown. This is the exact same color I used to have in this wig. It does still feel like a lot of hair to me, but I think it's just because I'm not used to seeing myself with any hair at all.
I do not understand why this woman keeps buying bunch of ugly fake wigs instead of saving money for A, human hair one, and B, going to a wig store and actually getting some education and advice. It looks horrible, Cynthia. It looks wiggy and you look like Karen. Here, I said it. Your natural hair looks so much freaking better, god damn it.
Another thing that I realized is that I definitely am 100% going to be shaving my head. Trying to wear a wig over my bio hair is just really annoying, and I'm never going to wear my bio hair out ever again. So I might as well just shave it off and have like a buzz cut. And sometimes I can rock a buzz cut too. I feel like it's a pretty punk look, right? And I think especially if I get some earrings and stuff, I can just rock a buzz cut when I want to, and when I feel like having hair, I can have hair. And I just think that's going to make me feel a lot better about myself in general.
I am one step away from going to scream into a pillow. This woman switches extremes like no other. Last month, she was proud of her hair, and now she will never, ever not wear wigs again. She will never, ever wear wigs again, and now she will never, ever not wear them. She will never, ever quit keto, and then she quits it for a week. She will never, ever get married or date again, and here we are. Once again, you cannot trust a single fucking word out of this woman's mouth.
It's to the point now where I just can't even go outside with just my bio hair because you can see my entire scalp, and it's just really, it's time for me to give in and just accept that I'm going to have to wear wigs probably for the rest of my life, and I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. I like wearing wigs. They're fun. I can try out different styles, and I never have to feel self-conscious when I'm out in the sun or under a bright light or something. Personally, I just don't like the way it looks, and I would prefer to wear a wig and have like actual hair or just have a buzz cut. Then try to just continue on with my shitty bio hair.
I know she said personally, but hey, this is basically Cindy saying that if you are one of the many people who probably found her through her original hair loss video, if you are someone who also struggles with hair loss or has thin hair, your hair is shit. And it's embarrassing, and she finds it horrible. Makes you feel real good, huh?
Somebody asked me, what is Limbz? Limbz is the nickname that we co-opted for my boyfriend because I'm not going to be using his real name on this channel for his own privacy because people are absolutely insane. That was a name that we co-opted from people who gave it to him not in a nice way, so we just took it back for ourselves.
Oh yeah, people are real insane, huh?
Didn't know I was still sitting outside in the car, so he came out of the house with this girl behind him, and they got into our car. She sat in my seat in my car in Colorado. I drove 14 hours all night long on no sleep to come to Colorado. And I came squealing down the fucking road. I pulled up in front of them really fast, jumped out of the car, started screaming, "Who the fuck is this?" And they got in the car and tried to leave. I opened up the car door, tried to pull her out.
She pours herself in a glass of Jack and Coke Zero and begins composing an email
Called up to me and said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm following my fucking husband in his whore." And the cop was like, "You can't do that. You cannot follow him." He got me out of the car. More cops came out, started to surround me. I guess they were afraid I was going to freak out, and I was freaking out. And they were telling me, like, "Oh, we know this hurts, but you can't follow me around. You need to go home." And I was like, "Fuck." She managed to close the door on me before I could yank her out of the car. I jumped in my car. They tried to lose me. I jumped in my car, turned around, fucking driving like a madman, and followed them on their ass for miles.
I had the cops called on me. I threw myself on the front of his car to prevent him from leaving after manipulating him to come back here by telling him I was going to kill myself. Yes, that is the kind of fucked up things that I do.
I'm fucked, y'all.
Giving me the best days of my life.
People sure are. By the way, before you claim people who found you or your boyfriend's name are some insane hater stalkers, maybe you and your boyfriend shouldn't use accounts with your full names and faces both attached. You know, the sort of shit you are taught in school to protect your privacy? Just a thought, babe.
One thing that I've been receiving a lot of comments on, people have been asking me if I'm still doing my BPD workbooks and my recovery stuff, and the answer is yes, absolutely I am. I will never ever stop trying to recover from my BPD.
I'm not saying Cindy is lying about still working on herself and on her workbook, but I gotta say that I'm getting some mighty deja vu. Remember the first time Andrew left and vlogs that followed? Every single day was filled with working on herself and working on BPD so hard and so diligent. Just like right after Limbz left in October. Well, and with Andrew, once he came back, we once again completely forgot about improving and working on ourselves, which we later admitted. Now Limbz is back and seemingly closer than ever, basically living with Cindy, even though she keeps saying they don't live together. Yeah. And you can pretty much tell we are slipping back into the same comfort like before. Also, how many times have you heard from Cindy that she will never stop working on herself? before a breakdown and admission that she really wasn't working at all. Just watch my previous videos, the pattern is all there.
The next one I did not check is name calling. I never, ever, ever call my partner's names, ever. I never call hurtful names. I never demean them. I never put them down or insult them in any way. I will never insult my partner's appearance. I will never insult their intelligence or their job or like anything that you could go after somebody to hurt them. I will never, ever, ever do that, because when I was a little girl, I was put down. I'm sorry, hold on a second. I was called names a lot as like a punishment. So, I don't know if it's a punishment. I was verbally abused when I was a little girl all the way throughout my whole life. I will never do that to another person, ever.
Oh, that is so sad, Cindy. Thanks for reminding us you are the victim, and here is a little compilation of you calling your partner's names and demeaning people. And you know, other arguably worse things, but hey, Cindy apparently draws a line at name calling, so yay.
What a fucking fuckface he was.
Andrew has a 10-year-old son, a 7-year-old daughter, and a 4-year-old son, all with different women. They all still want him. He's completely bald. He's completely bald.
God, what a thoughtful gift from just such a bastard. Just a bastard asshole. I don't think Andrew is a good guy at all. I think he's a piece of shit. I really do.
The reflection of the sun in his bald dome is so bright that it starts a forest fire.
I think he's a selfish piece of shit.
And here we are, at the wonderfully clickbaity day 13 of Vlogmas. Spoiler alert, it's just a clickbait. As you can clearly see, Cindy's videos haven't been doing too well for quite a while, so I guess she needed something to spice it up, so she added a pregnancy scare with a picture of her crying over something completely unrelated. Personally, I find it a little pathetic and distasteful, but hey, do whatever you need to do to drive traffic to your channel, I guess.
I know people are like, I thought you guys weren't living together. Why is he there every single day? We just decided to stay together this week. He's probably going to go back home on Monday, or I don't know when. I don't know. We're not living together. We're just not parting right now. We're just not parting ways right now.
Sure, Jan.
First of all, my period is late, and I mean really late. And I'm about 8 to 9 days late. Now, I'm on birth control. I take my birth control every single day at the same time every day. I've never missed one. So I think it's highly unlikely that I'm actually pregnant. I think it's more likely that there's something else going on, which also stresses me out. Just to be 100% sure, I'm going to take a pregnancy test. Never thought I'd be taking a pregnancy test again for any reason. I pretty much accepted that, you know, I'm never gonna have kids, and it took me a little while to come to terms with that, but I have come to terms with it. It's been 5 minutes, so I'm about to check the test, and it is negative.
Funnily enough, it actually took Cindy just long enough from the last time of Andrew leaving to when she started getting closer to Limbz and found out he never wanted kids. Which was a span of a few days to weeks. Funny that. To be honest, this thing itself wasn't really such a big deal in itself, but then you take into account Cindy liking comments like these, and Limbz once again going out of his way to engage and fuel the gossip and troll around like a little child. So yeah, just clickbait, Cindy is thankfully not pregnant.
Overall, I've been very happy this holiday season. You know, it's been so lovely to be home, have my own place, be able to have my family near and be able to see them has been so wonderful, and talk to them. And having Limbz in my life has been so wonderful. He's a really great boyfriend, and he's helped me through a lot of shit.
Of course you are happy, and of course you appreciate him. You have your favorite person, the person who completes you. It is ridiculous Cindy marvels about living alone and being independent, while Limbz pretty much lives with her, and about being close to her family when she only saw them a handful of times since she moved in. It's just more of the same. Lies, delusion, whatever you want to call it, more of the same. And the last little snippet I want to mention before ending this video is the dogs.
That's my babies. That's my best friend little friend down there too. Oh, here they all come. We got so many dogs. So many dogs all around.
While I'm waiting on the jalapenos to cook, I am feeding the dogs, and then I'm going to take them out.
In many of the vlogs, you can see that Limbz's dogs are basically living in Cindy's apartment with her and her dogs. But they totally are not living together, okay? Anyway, as Cindy mentioned many times, the reason for her not being able to bring her cat, Gibbons, over to Arkansas was that her apartment had strict two-pet policy. But it does seem that Limbz's 2 dogs are no problem apparently, and all of a sudden we have 4 dogs and no one's bothered. And that's all, folks. Maybe I missed things here and there. I know there were some small controversies like the poop gate. I think it was Liv. And possibly shit Cindy said or did in her many live streams, but hey, I truly can't be asked to include the insignificant stuff or watch hours of her streams. Anyway, I hope this is enough to feed you, my children, and I hope you survive or even enjoy the holidays. I know I will. We'll be back when Cindy does something that warrants a video. I know some of you want me to post more often, but I truly want to be here to sum up and update about the more major stuff, and unlike Cindy, I don't have to keep pumping out subpar content just to get a few bucks. So, keep safe and stay sane. Bye!